Well, hello everybody. Y'all here tonight? Oh, I better turn this down. Well, hello everybody. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Hello, W. Washington. How you doing? Birmingham, Alabama. Y'all have changed down there a little bit. If y'all listen to that radio station, what used to be Rick and Bubba, for some reason, Bubba left, and it's just now the Rick Burgess show. Thank you, dear. Hello, Noble. How you doing? I saw you sent me some messages, but I haven't been able to get to them this afternoon. I'll get to them in a little bit. You send me some funny stuff sometimes. Hello, Robbie. How you and Sonia doing? Y'all doing pretty good? Hello, Sherlock Lisa. That's too funny, buddy. Yep. I got news for you. She is good on that detective thing. I'm not joking. Matter of fact, she's pretty funny too. We was watching a couple comedian shows today, earlier today, and she was telling me what would make. They were telling jokes, and she was telling me what would make it a better joke. And actually, it was funny. I was cracking up. She had me rolling today, boy. I mean, man. We had a bunch of snow earlier today, and well, it's all gone now. So, well, not all gone. There's still some white, but as far as the thick covered white stuff, it's pretty much all gone. Yeah, the codes. I think I talked to my mom earlier today in Louisville, and they said I think it's supposed to be 6 degrees tonight, and I forget what it's supposed to be tonight here around here, but it's whew, man, is that going to be cold? Keep throwing wood in the wood stove. Well, that's kind of why I listened to it a couple times. That's what I thought, Washington.
Hello,
They,
everybody.
I don't know why Bubba left, but I guess he just thought it was time to end it or whatever. Rick didn't think it was time to end it, so I watched their last show on YouTube and over YouTube, and it there didn't seem like the same good buddy thing going on as once before. But when I used to watch it all the time, Robbie said hello, Sherlock Lisa.
I heard you say that when I was walking up the stairs.
No,
Yeah, he's giving me a little too much credit.
no, I'm not. Hello, Simply Jan. And I'll ask for prayer for your friends, family, and stuff tonight. And that the one that I just put up in the short. Oh, Nancy's here. Hey, how's it going, girl?
Tracy's here too. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Sedum, hello. I hope that's what you're saying. Because that's what I'm saying.
Oh, look, Leonard Mountain Homestead
Yep.
made it to our live.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you for coming.
Quite welcome.
Yeah, we got all our friends here tonight.
Yeah. All our rowdy friends are on the chat tonight. Wonder where I heard that from.
I don't have any clue.
You have an 8 p.m. premiere. Support. Let's see. What do you do there, by Jay? Okay, you don't have to keep putting it up, but I
Yeah,
you can tell what it's about, though.
Yeah, we're a homesteader channel here, so I'm not sure if that's what you do there. And anyway,
Jan saying by how to everybody. They're like, whoo, there's a whole bunch there.
I didn't bring my little stand up, so I'm having a hard time focusing on the chat there. So what do you?
He's with Eli Gold.
What's that?
He said Bubba's with Eli Gold, with the guy that used to call the Alabama games. What's that mean? I mean, does he have a job someplace else?
So what are you reading, Donald? You're awfully quiet there.
Oh, I was just seeing if Washington was going to say anything else on that. So, how's the weather in y'all's place?
Yeah, it's still a little bright. I can see outside.
Yeah, but it was.
Well, it's just right after 5.
Yeah. Well, it's 5:06, but
it was a pretty sunset just a few minutes ago. I was looking out there, and oh my, it was so pretty.
Well, we don't really have to worry about that right now, whether it's Trump or Harris, because we know who won.
That's a little old news, Elliot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really, really cold. But you know, when you think about it,
hey, Jenny's here.
Almost the end of January. We only have a couple more months, and it is going to be nice and warm again.
I can't. Yeah, my mother today said that she says if I ever hear anybody complaining about the heat again, I don't know what she's planning. She goes, I'm just done with these people complaining about the heat. Me too. Yeah, the heat.
No.
She said if she hears anybody in the June, July, and August complaining about the heat, she ain't gonna listen to them. I'm like, well, I don't blame you on that. I don't want to hear anybody complaining about the heat either. I'd rather have the heat, a lot of heat, than this cold weather. I can get in a shade tree, jump in the spring, whatever, spring creek, whatever. Get cooled off for a little bit, stay under the shade tree, but you cannot get warm outside. As long as I'm in front of the fireplace or here chucking more wood in we're doing pretty good.
There's a lot of new people on. Put down where you're from. Are you?
Mr. Toast says it's not in Scotland. It's not the temperature. It's the lack of sun.
You know, I tell you, when that sun isn't shining, it is a gloomier day, isn't it? But today was really pretty.
Only 4 hours of sun in Scotland right now.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you almost have to make sure you're out there getting every raise you can, because you don't want to get that winter depression.
Well, hello, Mr. North truck driver for Army.
Well, there's a lot
of new people. Yeah, cool.
Having a hard time. I wish my chat was bigger where I could,
expand it. You can't.
No, it
won't?
Not on this iPad. I don't know if.
That's funny. He's driving trucks in England for the military, and my nephew is a Marine, and he's driving trucks. And the last we heard, he was what was he? Wasn't he in Scotland? I think he went to California after he came home around Christmas. I think he went to California next.
Well, for the life of me, my brain is just shut off on where he was.
Yeah, me too. But I just.
It wasn't Scotland. It was.
Was it Iceland or Greenland? Something like.
Yeah.
It was someplace very, very cold.
Yeah, I think it was Iceland.
No.
Can't remember the town he was calling it, but.
So it's your birthday. What? How do you say it? Sufan Bised? Well, if it is, happy birthday.
Yeah, I was gonna say something earlier, and now I forgot. I'm kind of not sure what it was, but I thought it was kind of important.
I don't know. Jenny just deleted some messages. Well,
oh, okay. Thank you.
I don't know what they are, but thank you.
Yeah, everybody try to have a nice conversation so we could all have a good evening.
Yeah, we got
We're
grandbabies
only
on
here
there
for
every now
about
and
an hour, so let's have a nice little chat.
then. Yep.
Uh,
Yep. Thank you, Jenny.
so we just been kind of laying around watching TV today.
Yeah, a little YouTube and a little, what is that? Hulu? Who? No.
Yeah.
Uh, is it Hulu?
LU.
Yeah, Hulu. They had a special on for $6 a month, and I thought, well, might as well try it. Watching this, what was the show?
I knew you were going to ask me, and I was like, uh-oh.
Will Trent.
Will Trent.
That new lady that's supposed to be a janitor, and she's
Pretender or the, what was that name?
I forget what her name. The show with her on there. Went back and watched some of Justified and Home Improvement. Then what was the show he did after Home Improvement with the girls? Anyway, and we've also seen the new Tim Allen show. I'm also looking forward to see. There's a movie about a president and all that kind of stuff, but it don't come out till January 28th. I'm looking forward to watching that. And I would wish they would get on with the new Reacher series because I'd love to watch that. So I really don't have that much time to watch TV with all the stuff I do. But then again, on a Sunday afternoon, you can watch some TV around here.
Well, there's Southern Bless Homestead. Welcome, welcome.
Southern Bliss here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my chat for some reason didn't go up. I'm thinking that the chat's moving slow. Hey, what's going on there? How y'all doing today?
Yeah, I bet it's cold down in your part of the world too. I mean, it's going to be cold all the way down to Florida.
Mike, you still working at the Walmart?
No, he quit that.
He did? That's what I thought he did. I thought I heard tell that he quit. Man, my chat is really... yeah, that's what everybody's doing, is trying to stay warm. Man, it's cold out there and the wind's blowing hard. I don't know how it did it, but all the snow we got this morning, it must have warmed up just warm enough and enough sunshine to keep all the get all the snow gone that we got this morning. Well, that's good. I hope to fully retire except for YouTube one day myself, but it's going to be a while. At least 3 more years.
W. Washington said Eli and Bubba is doing arena football announcing together.
Oh, cool. Actually, I think he used to do something like that years and years ago with Rick, that football announcing stuff. It's -10 in Central Europe. Wow. That's some cold weather.
Ooh-wee, yeah.
Wait a minute, that's Celsius. Let's see, so if that's Celsius, it's still below freezing though. Because -10, 0 is R32.
Too cold for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like 75 and higher.
Really?
It's always somebody out there that want to throw something weird on the chat.
Yeah, I'm not into whatever he was saying.
I don't get getting on the chat and trying to say silly things. But anyway, all our friends, you all keep the chat going by talking about something. We maybe drown out the ones that want to talk about silly stuff. Who are you putting in timeout?
The one that kept saying asked about Trump over Jesus and stuff like that. Thought that was kind of a rude statement. And I don't worship Trump. I worship Jesus. It was just fouled, is what it was.
Yeah, it seemed like the last couple chats we had some really good people show up. Tonight seems like there's a little bit of nonsense going on. Y'all move on to another.
Yeah, go someplace else.
Yeah.
Yeah, go have your fun someplace else because we don't. We want to be on here with people that want to be on here.
Yeah, we. So what's everybody been doing? Let's have a topic of something we could be talking about.
Max says we should make him a mod so he can help Jenny out.
Let me figure out how to do that again.
Lisa's going to work on that. Yeah, I thought about doing that, Jan, but I don't know. Sometimes we have a lot of different people, and we gain some subscribers doing it this way. And usually we do not have a lot of, let's just say, non-thinking people, not nice people anyway. I don't understand why they would do stuff like that. But anyway.
Jan said, unless you just read that,
about making it subscriber only?
Yeah,
that's what I was just talking about.
I wasn't really listening.
No, that's fine.
I was trying to. Yeah.
No, the Ukraine and UK are two different people. The UK is Ukraine is Ukraine, and the UK is I'm pretty sure it's England. United Kingdom, it's England. Still only read English, so if y'all have comments, please put them in English. I'd like that.
Well, it's just a shame. There's just so much going on.
Yeah, well, sometimes you can just ignore it and move on. I think sometimes they want their comments deleted so they can fill up the chat with a bunch of deletes, and if you just leave them alone, maybe they'll go away because we ignored them.
Well, maybe next week we just will try something different. Like whatever. We're still so new at this. We don't really know what we're supposed to be doing. But like I said, last couple of times we've had some good people from all over the world. I guess tonight people were just wanting to take over the chat, and it kind of, it's no fun because you can't really talk to anybody because you can't see nothing but silliness. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll just not talk about them.
So what do you want to talk about, Don?
I could care less what we talk. Well, let's see. Well, Mac, what are y'all going to do for a garden this year? What are y'all going to plant?
Yeah.
Are y'all going to the Okie this year? Y'all said something about wanting to go last couple of years, but we were out there with you one time. I didn't know if you was going this year or not.
Yeah, we've heard some people on some of their channels talking about getting ready for planting season, but I guess it's never too early to think about it. We don't have a greenhouse, so we don't have any way of starting our plants too soon.
Yes, Mac. I don't know why you retracted your own message, but yeah, it's in March. I knew what you wrote. Yeah, it's the one in March in Oklahoma. Prior. Jan, are you still here? Are you going? Tracy, are you going?
Tracy says she's gonna be doing onion seeds next week.
Oh man, I love the bigger the onion, the better. I just wished I knew how to.
So, Tracy, are you just putting them in like underneath a grow light and seem like
Hello, Duncan family.
I tried growing seeds in the house one year, and oh, they got so leggy, and then by the time I took them outside to harden them off, then they just didn't even it just didn't work. They ended up dying, and that was very depressing because I think I had over 100 plants.
And it's very expensive too.
I had them all lined up and was, babying those things, and ended up killing most of them.
Yeah, she said she's starting them on a heat lamp a heat mat
Yeah.
in the house.
Yeah,
North Korea, hello.
I might consider a few things, but not like that one year. That was way too many plants in the house.
Thank you, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to get a bunch of seeds started this year too. I think I'm gonna make a box where we can put it outside, and open and close it during the day and stuff like that. Kind of like Dad used to do. Dad used to have just some 2x8s, 2x6s out there in a big thing, and put some dirt in it, and had a piece of plexiglass over top of it. And during the day we'd raise it, and at night we'd close it when it was too cold and stuff like that. Didn't really have a hot house, but that's kind of what we was using.
Yeah, what are those things called? Cold. They're called cold. I don't know.
I didn't know what the name was. I just called them what Dad made.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to have a really nice garden this year. Hopefully, we could do a good job on getting the garden tilled and ready to go before the rain gets crazy.
I thought about putting the rotiller on the tractor, and if I could get through it while it was frozen, because we'll have a couple good thaws and freezes and thaws in between now and spring, and at least it'd be tilled once.
Yeah, cold frame. That's what it. I knew it was something. Duncan was telling us cold frame.
Cold frame. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know why mine keeps locking up tonight. Not locking up, but yeah, code frame. Yeah, but next thing you know, you'll see a little blue arrow that I haven't scrolled up for a while. Let's see. What else y'all want to talk about tonight? Thanks, Southern Blast. Thank you, Mac.
Yeah, they've got to work hard tonight, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I apologize to the moderators for having to work so hard. I appreciate it, though.
Well, Carmen Hasm is asking if you're a farmer. We're not like a huge farmer. We're just a little homesteader, and have some chickens, and we've had cows and goats and sheep and everything at one time. Pigs. But right now we just have some chickens. We'll plan on getting some other things in the spring.
I thought about that, Mac, but so far we've never had this much trouble. We've never had this many people acting, shall we say, awful. But anyway, it is what it is.
Bert and Cindy's here, and they're having dinner, listening.
Well.
Yeah, Tracy, she has a really nice little garden in her backyard.
Ollie's has, according to Noble, Ollie's has $5 a bag, or $4.99 a bag for 5 cubic foot of potting mix.
Oh.
Yeah.
That Ollie's, what is it called again? Where did you read that at?
Noble wrote it on there somewhere.
Okay.
You got to go back.
Ollie's has 1 and 5. Okay. Yeah, that's that store that was over at the Indian Trail Shopping Center, I think.
Yeah, think
Next
so.
time we go to Louisville, we'll have to stop there. We
Yeah.
don't have an Ollie's here.
Yeah, we don't have an Ollie's here. Well, Jenny's working overtime tonight.
Thank you, Jenny. That's just so
Sorry
sad
about
that
this.
you can't enjoy the chat because
Yeah.
you gotta. I can't even. I can't even read the chat because there's so much silliness going on. I hate that.
Hey, let us know when you're going to have another live there, Tracy, and we'll show up again. That's pretty. Yeah, we enjoyed your chat last time.
Yeah, you might not want to broadcast it tonight here because
Oh yeah, I don't
all
tell
these,
you.
all these ornery people might come and sabotage it like
Yeah,
they're
Ollie's-
trying to tonight for us.
Yeah, Noble says Ollie's is a closeout store. You live in Shepherdsville, Terry? Cool.
Terry C.
Yeah, I don't.
My dad lives in. We're talking about Kentucky, right?
No.
Shepherdsville.
It's only Shepherdsville I know.
Well, I mean, that could be any Shepherdsville.
Well, that's very true. Very true.
My dad lives in Shepherdsville.
Do not let these negative Nellies get you all in getting cabin fever. We won't, Washington. They don't really bother me that much. They just it's irritating that people come and want to talk and stuff like that, and certain, shall we say, elements get in the way of people actually having a good time. I never have understood how they enjoy themselves that way. That's all right. They'll pay for all that stuff. Every dog has its day. That's all I know.
Yeah, Terry says he's in Kentucky.
Robbie said the bad thing about going to Tracy's live is you leave hungry.
Yeah.
That's true. That is very true.
Oh, me.
Yeah, I love this style hat. It's this is one of those Richardson hats, and it's then the guy he it's 3.5 inches wide this way, and I think it's 2.5 this way or something like that. And then he did all the laser and stuff on it. It's a local boy here in town that did it, so he's really good.
Well, what else do you want to talk about? Awfully quiet, just looking at all the.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't mean to be quiet. Let's see. I guess we could talk about. Oh, Lisa made me some hot dog burn-ins. Oh man, made a bunch of big batch. I'll be eating on them all week.
Yeah, I think.
Cowboy beans? Yeah, cowboy
beans.
beans. And she made a new macaroni dish that's like macaroni and cheese, but
I was trying to make like a soup, a
oh,
macaroni cheesy soup, but it's really more like macaroni and cheese.
Mac, just forget. Don't worry about deleting people. Just let them act like idiots and
Yeah.
just say whatever you want. I'd rather you enjoy the chat than
enjoy.
work yourself to death.
Yeah, though I think they're finally.
Yeah,
going away.
they seem like they're starting to dwindle themselves out. So they, y'all never did say whether you was thinking. Were you even thinking about going to the Okie?
Yeah, I think Leonard Mountain Homestead's gonna be there.
Well, that's cool.
Um,
We'll get to meet them in person.
and let's see who else. I don't know. Janae, are you planning on going to the Okie
In March.
in March?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, Noble. It's just really too wet to get the tiller in there, and as long as we got, if it was hard, if you could get the tractor over the ground and break it up, that wouldn't be too bad. But as long as we're going to get some more freeze and thaws and stuff like that. Yeah, I understand that too. That we missed the Okie one year, Mac, because the we my parents wouldn't do my parents wasn't doing good that year, and Lisa's dad was really not doing well at all.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think wasn't that the year he was in the rehab and all that?
He had a hip replacement.
Yeah, he had his hip replaced.
He kept falling all the time, so it was.
Yeah.
I just couldn't be out of town.
Yeah, it was kind of worrisome for as much as he was falling. Hello, Kev5 Aqua. How you doing?
Tracy, you're asking if anybody has any garden questions on. Well, I'll get my words out here in a minute. Do you know how to preserve artichokes? Do you?
Oh yeah, they were asking that earlier.
Yeah, on Bert and Cindy's live, they were talking about how to preserve artichokes. Have you ever canned them or freeze dried or even?
I've never had anybody. Let's see, the. Let's see. How did you do your cabbage and step this year? We didn't even have any cabbage this year. Somebody on here probably did have some cabbage, but if somebody knows how to do artichokes, it probably would be Tracy. Or Noble might know too.
There's a lot of people on here that will know how to do. Even Southern Blessed, they do a lot of gardening too.
Yeah.
You're talking about cabbage. I made some old-fashioned sauerkraut one year when I had all that cabbage, but I don't know if you really like it or not. It's not really like a sauerkraut.
Yeah, it's
more just
it's almost like a soup sauerkraut type
like
deal.
Just cooked cabbage with a little bit of sourness to it, I guess. I don't know.
This
Not
one
really
guy, let's
crazy,
see, the like button said the best way I know is to get artichoke hearts and put them in garlic oil. Yeah, we're talking about preserving them. Not that sounds like a good way to eat them though.
Well, they might preserve them that way.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. I wonder, see, that would be a good show. I know cabbage, freeze it. Henry says they live in deep south Louisiana.
Cool.
Is it cold down there right now? They say this cold this cold snap's going to get maybe even into Florida this time.
Talking about garlic oil, I was thinking about making some kind of seasoned oil like that with the garlic, or infuse it with different kind of seasonings and everything, just to have different oils.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of cool.
Do we ever? We get a lot of snakes around here. Well, not a lot of snakes, but there is several different species of snakes around here.
Yeah, if I see a snake.
Hello, tribe. How you doing?
It needs to go.
Roll our tribe. Yeah. Boy, the chat just moved pretty quick. Let's see. Check with Homestead Hart. They would probably know Mr. Homestead Hart cans a lot. Good to know. We'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I used to watch Homestead Hart all the time.
What happened?
And I just, I don't know. I just don't get their notification. Or
I think YouTube kicks us off every now and then.
I mean, I still have them subbed because I saw them the other day on there, and I thought, man, I need to watch her more.
Well, I'm talking about even with the notifications. I don't think there's a lot of times we don't get notifications either, do we?
No.
Yeah, I just don't know why.
Yeah, I never get a notification saying I've got to write it down and leave it next to the computer for any reminder.
Yeah, it is going to be cold here, and it's going to be all week too. The Royal R Tribe. What's your name? You're going to have to give us your name so we
Who
can.
are you talking about?
The right up here where it says Royal Tribe.
Okay.
I think it's. I don't even know how. I'm not good at pronouncing stuff. I don't know what it says.
Mm-mm.
Picked a lot of stuff. Egg peppers, even meat, never artichokes. Yeah.
What's one thing everybody is just really looking forward to growing in their garden this year?
Cayenne pepper, jalapenos, green peppers, watermelon. I wouldn't mind raising some corn. We raised popcorn one year, and I didn't know about that white little bug that gets into it. And I went through and I picked, oh, I know, we probably had 10 100 foot rows. And man, the corn come up good that year. Really did good. Let it dry. Took all the ears, put them in, and sit there and took it off with. I didn't have a sheller, so I took it all off with my thumb. Wore my thumbs out, and Mac wants to grow coffee. They got every bit of it in bags and jars and stuff like that. Didn't put it in the freezer like one of the neighbors said later on. And when we made some popcorn, man, it was good popcorn. And so we went to make some more. All these bugs start flying out of it. And my neighbor down the road said I should have froze it because some kind of little white bug gets in it and it just comes out. So all that went, well, the deer had a good time eating it. So unpop, but so just make sure if you raise popcorn and you shell it, put it in the freezer till you want to pop it. It pops good, just like that. We did it again, and that rode pretty good. Yeah, it was like a mite. That's exactly what it was. You can't grow watermelon there, Henry. What? The growing season's not long enough. Can you eat prickly pear cactuses? I wonder if you can.
Yeah, I think so. If I'm not mistaken.
Jan, what are y'all looking forward to growing this year? Jan's usually got a big garden. Oh, they say yes, you can eat the fruit.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
what I was thinking.
Well, I thought I'd heard somebody say that, but I wasn't sure. Boy, everybody let me know it was yes. Thank y'all. I appreciate that.
There's who got
The fruit is called tunas. Cool.
CB's here. Who got?
Hookah's here. Yeah, thank you for showing up. I appreciate everybody that showed up and that's wanting to have a good time. Brilliant color, huh? Cool.
I'm not a very good jelly maker. I wish I was, but
She does good. She just don't have confidence in her jelly
no, I
making.
have never made good jelly. It's like syrup, pear, and apple. And it seemed like we did another fruit, but I can't remember now. But it didn't turn out.
Henry says the raccoons get the watermelon before they can get them.
Mm.
Yeah, we have that problem around here every now and then too. Here, I got one for y'all, Mac, Noble, Robbie, all you guys that hunt and do different things. Anybody that ever cans meat and stuff. One of the guys at work brought me a picture and showed me this picture this past week of one of his friends had all this meat on this grill. And I'm, well, boy, that looks pretty good. He says, you won't think so when I tell you what it is. I said, what? He said, it's coyote. his friend went out and shot a coyote and then cut the back straps out of a coyote and had it on the grill and grilled it up and ate it and said it was good, and he's going to start hunting coyotes for food. And I'm like,
Was somebody at your work?
well, somebody at work knows the person that's doing it.
Huh.
And I'm like, tell him they're nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
that's
want to.
in the dog family.
Yeah, I
you don't eat dog.
Well, I don't think. Hey,
You
Andy's
don't-
here.
You don't even eat wolf, do you?
I don't know. Evidently, somebody does. But yeah, they're going to start shooting coyotes and eat them.
Andy said he plays the radio out. in
You know,
the
that ain't a
garden.
bad idea. It keeps the deer away too.
Yeah.
You know, in between deer, coyotes,
Especially if you
and
play hard rock and roll.
yeah, really. Play a bunch of Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, and that may keep the deer and everybody away.
Get that headbanging music out.
Yeah. What I call R music, where all they do is yell in the mic.
We did it at the same time.
Yeah, we did it at the same time.
Oh,
She,
I like that music.
yeah, Jan's gonna grow cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. Might be in between the cantaloupe and the watermelon. We may have to visit you. Huckleberries, blackberries, raspberries, and grapes.
Yeah, I like to do some raspberry.
Oh yeah, I like them all. If it's some kind of fruit, I love it. Blackberries, and I'll even fight the thorns over blackberries. Thorns don't bother me when it comes to crap like that, but you know, as far as in the garden and stuff like that, a lot of people run those guineas. Yeah, guineas in the in their gardens. They'll fence the guineas into their garden, or try to, and they'll because they eat the bugs. They don't want to eat the produce and stuff. Chickens will eat anything and everything. It don't matter. You'll never get any water. You'll never get a watermelon, a cantaloupe, or tomato, or none of it. Yeah, we've thought about that too, Jan. But the simple fact of it is, it's very expensive. It's very expensive to maintain, and I believe we can and freeze our food better than. My boss has got one that he runs at work, and my word, that thing is it. It takes days for him to freeze dry something, and
Yeah,
it's
I think we were talking about that the other day. You know, the thing that I would like to make, it would be dinners out of the freeze dry.
Yeah.
But I think I would end up going to Rural King and buying every one of their candy and put that in there.
Yeah.
And so
We really don't need an
have
expensive
a
candy machine.
$4,000 freeze dryer to make freeze dried candy is just a little too.
$4,000 is on the low end, dear.
I thought they were about $4,000.
No, they're above $4,000. That's the small one is around 4,000. It's true.
Well.
Eggplant. We used to eat a lot of eggplant around here too. We haven't ate it. We didn't eat any eggplant last year. Off the garden anyway. Well, we didn't have a garden last year, so
I love growing eggplant. They're just so awesome.
yeah.
Big old,
Big old purple plant.
yeah, just pretty. They're not my favorite. I do slice them and
I like turnips too.
make the Parmesan meal out of eggplant.
Yeah. If you slice the oh, I just said the name. Turnips. If you slice them thin, almost, and then put in some garlic butter and put them in a cast iron skillet and fry them in or just let them saute in with a little garlic and onion powder. Man, they're good. Yeah, Jan loves turnips too. The only way I've ever had them in it is really just like I said, slice them and then fry them in like butter and stuff like it. Oh, there's a guy that lived next door to us. He was an old boy from Hazard, and he worked at GE, and he lived next door to mom and dad. And simply Jan said eggplant, not so much. But he used to grow green tomatoes, and he brought me one day, and he was slicing it and eating some of it. And I said, "Why don't you let that thing ripen a little, Mister Adams?" And he's like, "This is ripe." And he sliced me off a piece and gave it to me. Boy, that was a really good tomato. I mean, and he's the only person I've ever known to raise green tomatoes. They were green, beautiful green color when they were ripe, and just really good tomato. I loved them. But when he moved out, I've never had any green tomatoes since. And I was young enough that he retired from GE and had him a farm out in the country. And
Yeah. Actually, I'm getting a little hungry with all this talk about all the yummy veggies.
I'm not. I ate a bunch of burn-in hot dogs before I come up. Man, those things are good. Well, Jack and Dina's here. Hello, how's Jack and Dina tonight?
Hello. Yeah, we're putting our moderators to work tonight because
Yeah.
we got a lot of.
Got a lot of haters out here, I guess.
We'll try to do something different next week and maybe.
The stem started drying up, is what he told me, Noble. When the stems, you know how the stem will get a little dry, then you knew the tomatoes were ripe. And you know how they'll start to, they're firm and what, there's just a feel you got on the tomato when you know it's dry. Ain't done.
Burning hot dogs, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, HR tribe.
Yeah.
Uh, you just cut them up and put some good seasoning on it.
We
put
got a
'em in
video
your-
on it with our grandbaby. If you see a picture of the what do you call that? Well, you keep talking, but all the picture at the beginning, I can't think of what the name of it is. But anyway, if you see a picture of our grandchild smiling real big, a beautiful golden hair girl, then you're going to see the burn-in hot dogs.
Yeah. And she tells you how to make them.
Yep. She sits there and tells you how to make them. That was last year when she was in the first grade, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I come home one day from work, and her and Lisa had been working on them. Oh yeah, those are good tomatoes too. Noble's talking about the tomatoes. Oh man, shrimp sausage gumbo. That sounds really good. We need a good recipe for that. That'd be really good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I never made gumbo.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I love it. I just don't know why I've never made it.
Yeah, we like eating in the restaurant, so you would think we would love making it, but we've never had a recipe, and I don't know. There's so much stuff you can do with the gumbo thing that I don't know if I guess I need to do some research. We got enough things to cook on around here. We should be able to find some. uh, No, so it's almost time for the sugar snap peas to go in the ground. If anybody's going to have a garden out early and do good with the garden, it's going to be Noble. He showed me some of the stuff he put out last year. Oh my God. I hadn't even got this garden started, and he was like, I mean, it was an amazing garden.
I think I've asked you this before, Pretty Cat, but was it Jacksonville you're from? I can't remember now.
It's going to be 40 degrees in Florida. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, it's going to be very cold in the upper panhandle of Florida next couple days. I think everybody's getting.
Ricky said his grandma made okra gumbo, but a lot of people don't like it. But he slapped my mama good stuff. He says.
Yeah, I like that seasoning.
Farm to table. How's he doing?
Hi.
Late to the party, but we're glad you're here. You're not that late anyway. It's still early in the evening. But we'll be going to Robbie's here in a little while.
Yeah, don't forget now the wild
Huckleberry. Sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead.
No, that's all I was going to say.
They're going to be live next, so you need to
pencil that in.
Yeah. Only the people that want to be on a good chat. Now, if you're going to be doing nonsense, don't go.
Yeah. Don't go if you're going to be nonsense.
Don't have time for nonsense. Yeah, it won't be long before everybody gets their garden out. Everybody's going to be having their good little garden videos out.
Thank you, Jenny. That was kind of rude of what they were saying.
Just kind of takes the joy out of it.
Yeah, it does. I don't understand why they do that. It's just stupid. Yep, that's right, Puddin' Cat. Yeah, tomorrow is a special day.
Now, I'm not a big okra fan, but I think you like okra, don't you?
I like it when it's young, tender, and it's fried. That's about the only way I like okra. Well, if it's young, tender, you got the small stuff, and you put it in maybe some soups. I like it that way too. But my uncle one time found out I liked okra, so he was an old bachelor uncle. He'd never been married, and he was over there raising a garden on his farm. And he called me up and he said, "Son, you like that okra stuff, don't you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I planted you a whole bunch of it." He said, when I'll call you when it's ready to come get it." So I was over there one day, and okra was about this long, and I thought I popped me off one and ate it. I thought, man, that's nice and tender, Unc. I said, "You want me to help you pick it?" He said, "Son, it ain't ready for you to pick yet." He says, I'll pick you up a bunch and I'll call you and tell you to come get it." I said, "All right." I said, "Okay." So I left, and I forgot all about it. It was a week or so later, and he called me up and said, "I need you to come over here and get this okra. I got it all picked for you." It was some of it was as long as my forearm and big around, and I'm like, "Oh my God." I couldn't cut some of it with a knife, and that ain't no joke. And I got some sharp knives. That stuff was hard as a brick. Boy, I tell you what, I never seen anything that was such a mess. And I'm not exaggerating when I said some of it was as long as my forearm. I ain't joking. It was long. And when he handed me those bags of okra, I'm like, "Oh my God, what the fuck?" But I took it. I never did tell him any different. But I told him, "Boy, I sure do love this okra." He never raised it again after that, but it was yeah, I ate it and straight off the plant, and there he was, just yeah, yeah. I found out it was very hard when you got very big. I knew it would, but he didn't. He didn't think so. So
We grew okra one time in the garden, and the plants were so
Phil's here.
full with flowers that it was bringing in the hummingbirds.
Oh, this is a beautiful plant.
It was just so beautiful. I couldn't figure out what was humming around my head when I was in the garden, and I figured it out. It was hummingbirds. Yeah, how's Phil doing tonight?
How you doing? You staying nice and warm, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know if y'all got any snow today, but we got a little bit of snow this morning.
Yeah, I think we got snow, huh?
And on to this afternoon a little bit.
Yeah, on to this afternoon. Then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, it just left. I didn't mind that at all. Had to use it. They farm to table said they grew some one year, got over 6 foot tall, and they had to get a step ladder to pick it. That's pretty bad when you're topping your okra like you do tobacco. I never did that tobacco. Sometimes topping it, that's just nasty stuff.
Tony says they're from Tampa, Florida.
Oh, really? Cool.
Donald's sister was down close to, well, she was at the Disney park doing some kind of walkathon. Tampa's not too
Simple
far
Acres,
away.
thank you for showing up. Go ahead.
Tampa's not too far away from where I was born.
Well, that sounds good, Noble. Noble says get you some good tender ones, the okra, put them with peppers and season them and then grill them. Might have to try that this year. I bet that would be good. I don't know. I like. Oh yeah, that's what I thought, Robbie. We'll see you over there in a little bit. As soon as we close this and get all that stuff done, we'll be over there chatting with you. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you, moderators, tonight. I know it was not very enjoyable for you tonight to have to delete so many messages. I really hate that for you, but I do appreciate you guys so much.
We hopefully we'll get some relief next time, and the moderators won't have to work so hard.
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds good, Noble. Mac, y'all go over to the Wild Huckleberry after that, and maybe we won't have so many things. I appreciate you doing the moderator thing. I do appreciate it very much. You all stay nice and warm, and I hope y'all come back again sometime, like next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do this every Sunday night at 5 o'clock.
We only want to invite the people that want to be here. You're one of those that don't want to be here, then move on. All these crazy folks.
Cat said, if you're going to troll, at least hit the thumbs up button before you leave.
You. Exactly.
Hello from Russia.
Yeah.
You have a blessed week too there.
Yeah.
Farmer Table said y'all have a... talk to you later, Noble. I thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you all.
Anybody and everybody who came. Tracy, I appreciate you being here tonight too. Can't wait to see what you do on your next live. I hope it's when I can be there. I like your live. You do a good job. Now, if one day if I can get Lisa to cook something on a live one time, we might have something. Maybe in the summer we'll get her to cook, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna
Noble
be
says,
cold.
yeah, it's going to be real cold, buddy. Mom said, let's see, what did she say it was going to be? 6? She said they're predicting 6 degrees there in Louisville. Thank you, Ricky. Everybody have a blessed week. Hopefully, we'll see all the non-trolling people next week. And Nub's Revenge. He's very interested in. They are very interested in homesteading. Yep. You can sit there and watch a bunch of channels that says homesteading on it. And, you know, ours is whatever I'm doing when I walk out the doors, whatever it is. So. Simply Jan, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being
definitely. Here. Thank you for showing up tonight.
I really appreciate you showing up. And thanks for all the comments. And sorry to hear about your friend. I really am. Yeah. It's kind of rough sometimes when your friends pass on. Well, I'm going to end this right now. Also, you'll subscribe and catch it. Well, thank you, Nubs. I appreciate you subscribing. And everybody that can, please subscribe if you can. And give us a thumbs up before you leave. We do shorts every morning about Bible verse. And what are you grateful for? And what do you have something on your prayer list in the evening? So keep watching. Come on by and we'll... see y'all next week. So y'all be careful and may God bless your days the way He always does ours.
See ya.
See ya.